Today's sequence will focus on one-legged balances, so we're working on dancer's pose as well as crane pose. It's also inspired by palindromes, so you're first going to be doing 5 moves one way and then reversing your way back into point A. Hope you guys enjoy this. 2 yoga blocks towards the top of your space to start off. Meet me in an extended child's pose. High five your hands against the ground. Knees can come nice and close to touch, or maybe a little bit wider than hip width distance. Send your glutes towards your heels and melt your heart and head. Let's take one round of clearing breath to kick off our practice. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth exhale to release. Gently sealing your lips will start to bring some control to the breath. Start to cultivate a 2-part inhale and a 3-part exhale. As you are finding control of the breath, can you start to notice if there's any areas of stickiness or tightness? So can we soften our facial muscles? If the shoulders feel tight, always an option to find a little bend to your elbows. Let's take one round of collective breath. Inhale through your nose, expand to the count of 1, 2. Exhale, pull in to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. At the top of your next inhale, press up into a tabletop pose. Wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and I like to curl my toes underneath me just to get a little bit of sensation to the feet. On your next inhale, find a cow pose. Scoop your belly towards the earth, heart and head forward. As you exhale, round to fold, find your cat pose, warming up the spine. Once more, inhale, finding your cow pose to the count of 1, 2. Exhale, round to fold, find your cat to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Inhale brings you to your flat back once more. Curl onto all 10 toes, hover your knees, take 1 round of floating cow-cat. Inhale, tail up to the sky, belly to the earth, heart and head forward, and exhale, round to fold. Inhale, come back to your flat back, nice and strong in your bear pose. Now as you exhale, send your hips up and back. You can walk your hands 1 handprint forward, just to give yourself a little bit more space. Big toes together to touch. Pedal out 1 leg and then the other. Downward facing dog. As you start to settle into your downward facing dog, know that the heels do not have to touch the earth. You can keep a little bend to your knees as well. So it's whatever feels best for the hamstrings. Can we focus on elongating the spine, pressing the floor away with our hands, and strengthening in the core. Top of your next inhale, if you haven't already, find a bend to your knees, lifting your heels. Can you look towards your belly button or kneecaps? As you exhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Let's go ahead and find a ragdoll pose. I like to walk my feet to hip width distance just to give myself more stability. Fly your hands to opposite elbows and sway your torso from side to side. Option to keep a bend to your knees right here. Again, we want to protect the hamstrings this early on in our practice. If you want to play around with balance, maybe you lift and spread all 10 of your toes away from the earth. Inhale, bring it all the way back to the center. Hands release from opposite elbows, halfway left. Press the backs of your hands against your kneecaps. Hold for the exhale right here. Keep your back nice and flat. Inhale, hook your thumbs to your hips. Lifting your head and heart, find your chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes underneath your bent knees. Sweep your arms forward. Ball your hands into fists and draw circles with your hands. On your next inhale, thumbs go up high. Squeeze your fingers into your palms. With your exhale, go ahead and lift your heels. It's like you're skiing down a mountain, finding your surfer's pose. Twice more. Inhale, heels down, toes up, and exhale. Final count, steady right here. Inhale, finding your chair pose to the count of 1, 2. Exhale, lifting your heels. Finding it here to 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Now, can you keep your heels lifted? Start to straighten your legs any amount. Arms reach up, extended mountain pose. As you exhale, heels to the earth, thumbs to your heart center. Go ahead and lift your right heel away from the earth. Steady your gaze at an unmoving point in front of you. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Circle out your right foot. Can you keep your right knee lifted? Engage in the low belly muscles. Nice. At the top of your next inhale, point your right toes. Lift your right knee a little higher. Kick your heel towards your bums. We're doing this hands-free first. Find this good balance, feeling nice and strong. You can reach your hand back towards the pinky edge of your foot or the big toe mound of your foot. Now here's a great place to stay. We are working on one-legged balance as well as stretching out our right thigh. You can feel free to stay right here or maybe start to kick your right foot up and back as you reach your left arm up and forward, finding your dancer's pose. Steady and strong right here. Can you draw your right shoulder closer to the front of the room? Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold here for the exhale to the count of 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Sweep your arms up high. Strong 90-degree shape to your right leg. As you exhale, kicking your right leg up and back once more. Find your warrior 3. So hover your heart closer to the earth. Can you kick your right leg up and back just a bit more? Now at the bottom of your exhale, gently touch down with the tips of your fingers. You're going to crawl forward and find a tripod plank. So keep your right leg hovering. And from here, we're going to reach our right arm up high, finding our side plank pose. So inner thighs are squeezing in towards one another. Draw circles with your right hand and foot. Eyes are looking up towards your right hand, or maybe down towards your left hand. Keep your neck nice and long. You're here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Inhale, maybe reach your right leg a little bit higher. As you exhale, both hand and foot touch down against the earth, finding your high plank pose. We're going to hold this high plank for 1 count of breath. So keeping your eyes looking towards the top of your space, hips lifted in line with your shoulders. You can always lower onto your knees for more stability. Countdown starts now. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold for the exhale to 3, 2, 1. Now as you inhale, rock forward on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your elbows, hover halfway. Inhale, pulling your heart forward. You can find your Cobra pose, or maybe start to lift your shins and hips for your upward dog. And exhale, send your hips up and back into downward facing dog once more. Take a beat right here. Again, you're welcome to pedal out one leg and then the other. You can shake your head from side to side. Start to notice the differences between your right and left side. As you settle into your downward facing dog, finding your stillness. Again, heels draw closer to the earth, but they don't have to touch. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels. Keep your eyes looking towards the back. As you exhale, walk your hands to meet your feet. You can bring your feet to hip-width distance apart. Ragdoll pose once more. Hands come to opposite elbows and sway your torso from side to side. Can you hook your forearms over the top of your head? Let's go ahead and fight gravity right here. So notice if your shoulders are drooping towards your ears. Actively draw the shoulders away from the ears. Broaden in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, bring it all the way back to the center in stillness. Maybe you come to lift and spread all 10 of your toes. Halfway lift. Press the backs of your hands against your kneecaps. Hold for the exhale. Keep your back nice and flat. Inhale, hooking your thumbs to your hips, lifting your head and heart, finding your chair pose. So can we sit down and back just a little bit more right here? Sweep your arms forward. Ball your hands into fists. Going to come to send the thumbs up high. So squeeze the fingers into the palms. Here for an inhale. Now as you exhale, lift your heels. Find your surfer's pose. Ski down that mountain. Twice more. Inhale, finding your chair pose. Heels down, thumbs up into the front. And exhale. Final count. Inhale, reaching it forward to 1, 2. Exhale, lifting your heels. Fly the arms to the back to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Inhale, straighten out your legs, arms reach up high, extended mountain pose. With your exhale, heels to the earth and thumbs to your heart center. Lift your left heel this time. 90-degree shape to the leg, circle out your left foot. You keep your shoulders stacked over your hips right here. Top of your next inhale, point your left toes, lift your left knee. With your exhale, try this hands-free first, kick your heel towards your bum. Maybe reaching your left hand back towards the pinky edge of your foot or the big toe mound of your foot. Keep both of your shoulders in one line. You're welcome to stay right here in your standing balance, or maybe you start to kick your left leg up and back as much as your right fingertips are reaching forward. Here for 1 count of breath. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold here for the exhale to 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Gently releasing. Inhale, finding your one-legged mountain. Strong 90-degree shape to your left leg. Maybe start to circle out your left toes. Now as you exhale, kick your left leg up and back, reaching your heart closer to the earth, warrior 3. Steadiness here. Keep the eyes looking forward. You're here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Gently bring the fingertips against the earth. We're going to crawl forward, finding our tripod plank to start off. So both hands high-five the earth, and start to send your right hand closer to the center of your space. Pivot onto the pinky edge of your right foot, lifting your left arm and leg. Circle out your hand and foot. Neck stays nice and long in side plank pose. And look up or maybe look down. Just make sure your head is lifted away from your right shoulder. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold for the exhale here to 3, 2, 1. Nice job. At the bottom of your exhale, we find our high plank pose. We hold this for 1 count of breath. And can you keep your neck nice and long? Draw the shoulders away from your ears. If the knees are lifted away from the earth, draw the heels closer to the back wall. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Exhale here to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Inhale, rock forward on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your elbows and hover. Inhale, finding your Cobra pose or upward facing dog. And exhale, flip over onto your feet, back into downward facing dog. 1 round of clearing breath. Inhale, breathe in to the count of 1, 2. Open mouth, exhale to release. At the top of your next inhale, sweep your right leg up high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Draw circles right here. Keep both of your hands evenly grounded against the earth. At the top of your next inhale, flex your right toes. Square your hips towards the earth once more. Then exhale, crunch, knee to chest and glide forward. So this is your tiger crunch. 1 more just like that. Inhale, right leg up high. Keep your right toes flexed. And exhale, crunch, knee to chest and glide forward. And step your right foot forward. Onto the tips of your fingers. Strong 90-degree shape to your right leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Ball your hands into fists. We've done quite a bit of work on our hands. Now as we draw circles with our fists, we're going to start to feel that stretch to the hands, wrists, and forearms. Top of your next inhale, spread your fingers. As you exhale, sweep the arms towards the back. Now bring the tips of your fingers together. Inhale, send those hands up high. Feel that stretch to the backs of your hands. And exhale. Inhale right here, send your hands up high. As you exhale, pivot your back foot towards the earth, finding your warrior 2. Maybe you start to bring more space between your feet. This is the biggest yoga pose that there is. Get nice and big and take up space. Top of your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand sweeps past your left thigh over to your shin. As you exhale, send your right forearm to your thigh, side angle pose. Start off by finding a diagonal shape towards the front of the space with your top arm. We're going to take a beat right here. So in your side angle pose, you can start to find different variations. Option 1, you can stay with your right forearm on your thigh. As we breathe into this posture, Maybe bring your right hand to the inside of your foot. Hand can rest against a block, or maybe it rests against the earth. Bind options now. You can bend your left elbow, bring your hand towards your right hip, a half bind, or maybe start to weave your right arm underneath your right thigh, finding a full bind. Wherever you are at, make sure your head is lifted away from your right shoulder. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold for the exhale to 3, 2, 1. Nice job. At the top of your next inhale, releasing any binds we may have, reverse your warrior once more. So sending your left fingertips to sweep down your left leg. As you exhale, sending your right arm forward, eyes are going to look forward. Begin by lifting your left heel. We're going to go ahead and find our dancer's pose once more. Left hand catches our left foot, right fingertips reaching up high. Can you draw your left shoulder closer to the front of your space? Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Exhale here to the count of 3, 2, 1. Now from here, gently placing your right fingertips against the earth or a block, we're going to find our crane pose. Can you kick your left foot up and closer to the front of your space just a bit more? Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold for the exhale to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Left hand releases from your left foot, stepping your left foot towards the back of your space. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left fingertips trace down your leg. As you exhale, arms come into an 11 shape, hinge forward and hover for your side angle variation. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold for the exhale to 3, 2, 1. Top of your next inhale, can you reach those fingers a little bit closer to the front? Go ahead and send your head and heart to lift up back into your warrior 2. Hold for the exhale, draw the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lifting your back heel, arms go up high for Crescent Warrior. With your exhale, both hands come to frame your right foot. Blocks underneath the hands as an option. As you inhale, send your right arm up high to the sky, finding your easy twist. Here to inhale for the count of 1, 2. Exhale here to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. At the bottom of your exhale, high five your right hand to the outside of your foot, stepping your right foot towards the back of your space. Rock forward on your tiptoes, bend your elbows, hover right here. Inhale, finding your back bend, Cobra or Updog, and exhale. Send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Once more, one round of clearing breath. Breathe in through your nose to the count of 1, 2. Open mouth, exhale to release. Big toes together to touch. Inhale. Sweep your left leg up high. Point your left toes, bend your left knee, draw circles with your left leg. Down dog splits. Can you continue to press both hands against the earth, keeping those shoulders nice and broad? Top of your next inhale, flex your left toe, straighten out your left leg. Go ahead and exhale. Crunch, knee to chest, rock forward, finding your tiger crunch. One more. Inhale, left leg up high to the sky. Can you look towards your belly button or right kneecap? And exhale, crunch. The bottom of your exhale, step your left foot forward. Onto the tips of your fingers. Blocks are available if you'd like. Strong 90-degree shape to your left leg. Inhale, sweep your hands up, finding hands and fists. Draw circles right here. So feel that good stretch to your hands and wrists. Can you send those fists closer to the back wall? Top of your next inhale, spread your fingers, reach the hands up high. As you exhale, sweep the arms closer to the back of your space. Isolate the movement to just the arms. Inhale, tips of your fingers come together. Feel that stretch to the backs of the hands. And exhale. Inhale, send your arms straight up, nice and high. Spread your fingertips. As you exhale, pivot your back foot towards the earth, finding your warrior 2. Take a moment to steady yourself. Maybe start to scoot your front leg closer to the front, so creating more space between the feet. On your next inhale, sweeping your right fingertips to trace closer towards your right ankle, peaceful warrior. With your exhale, finding your side angle pose. Left forearm towards your left thigh, right arm reaches forward. We want to make sure the side body is activated right here. So if your left forearm is resting against your thigh, play around with lifting and lowering it away from the leg. Stay lifted in your torso. And as we take a beat right here, maybe you bring your left hand to the inside of your foot. You can play around with having a half bind, bending your right elbow, hand towards your left hip. Is your option one. Option number two, you can weave your left arm underneath your thigh. Maybe come to lace your fingers. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Eyes are looking up. Maybe eyes look down. Just make sure the head is lifted away from the left shoulder. Wherever you are at, inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Exhale here to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. If you took your full bind, gently release your fingertips. Inhale. You're going to sweep your right fingertips closer to your right ankle as you reverse your warrior. Now as you exhale, sending your eyes forward, sending your chest forward, start to lift your back heel. Right hand catches your right foot. So finding your dancer's pose, kicking your right foot up and back. Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold here for the exhale to 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Start to fly your gaze towards the bottom of your space. And we gently bring the left fingertips to meet the earth or a block. And you kick your right foot closer to the front of your space. Heart stays open. Can you look up towards the ceiling? Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold here for the exhale to the count of 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Gently releasing your right hand from your foot. Place your right foot close to the back of your space. Inhale, finding your peaceful warrior. Left fingertips reaching closer to the back of your space. Now as you exhale, hinge forward with your torso, holding your imaginary beach ball right here. Arms are in that strong 11 shape. Can we spin the torso higher up to face the ceiling? Inhale here to the count of 1, 2. Hold here for the exhale to the count of 3, 2, 1. Now, can you reach those fingers closer to the front of your space? Top of your next inhale, lifting your head and heart, finding your warrior 2. Hold right here. Inhale, go ahead and find your crescent warrior, reaching your arms up, steady and strong. With your exhale, hinge at your hips. Hands come to frame your left foot. And draw those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reaching your left arm up high, finding your easy twist. Heart stays open. We're here for 5, last 4, final 3, 2, and 1. High five your left hand to the outside of your foot, stepping your left foot closer to the back of your space, holding here for an inhale. And as you exhale, rock forward on your toes. Bend your elbows, hover halfway. Inhale, finding your heart opener. And exhale, send your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. One round of clearing breath, breathing in to the count of 1, 2. Open mouth, exhale to release. From here, glide forward, lower onto your knees. Extend your left arm long, roll over onto your left side. I'm going to press our right hand against the earth, roll flat onto your back, planting your feet against the earth, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So option to walk your feet further apart, feeling that openness to our hips and thighs, giving our low back a gentle massage. At the top of your next inhale, walk your big toes together to touch. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Go ahead and Find a happy baby. Send the knees towards your armpits. Hands come to the bottoms of your feet or your ankles. You can bend one knee and then the other as you sway from right to left. Can you keep your low back planted against the earth? Give your low back a gentle massage right here. Slowly bring it all the way back to stillness in the center. Find a ball pose. You'll reach your forehead towards your knees. Knees draw closer to your forehead. Get nice and compact. Hold it here for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your hands from your legs. Send your arms by your sides. Straighten out your legs against the earth. Finding your corpse pose, Shavasana. Throughout class, we were taking a 2-part inhale and 3-part exhale. Now, can you just take a simple inhale and exhale through your nostrils, releasing some control to the breath. You can feel free to stay right here if you'd like to take a longer Shavasana. Otherwise, if you're ready to be guided out, go ahead and extend your left arm long. Bend your knees, roll over onto your left side. Pressing your right hand against the earth. Find an easy seat. Go ahead and bring your palms to touch at heart center. Bow your chin towards your chest, sealing your practice. The light, the love in me sees and honors the light, the love in each and every one of you. Namaste.